We're back, we're racing, and we are talking F1 online. This is the new championship series we've entered. This is round one, the Australian Grand Prix. We're doing the full qualifying sim in this championship, so you're going to have Q1, Q2, Q3. As you can see, we managed to squeeze through Q1 into Q2. This chap here, he was looking on to be for pole position, but actually binned it in Q2, so he got eliminated along with us. We finished down in 14th in qualifying 2, and as you can see, getting into qualifying 3, we can see our top 10 for the race. So let's going to get through the grid and let's get ready for lights out for the Australian Grand Prix, the first round. We don't really know what to expect. New series, new championship, new optimism. So 5 red lights and away we go for the Australian Grand Prix, and it's a very good start from us here. We get the run on the car ahead of us, have to check off a bit of speed there as he was a bit slow off, no space to go. So we're going to go down into turn 1. We've had a nudge, it's pushed us wide, off balanced us, and we've had to cut the corner just to avoid contact there. We've got to get back in position, so we do. Alfredo goes through and on we continue. So we're up to P13 on the opening lap of this Grand Prix. We made up one position, but car down the inside. He dives down there, but we managed to hold on to our position. Coming through here, just leaking to keep it smooth and steady, nice and clean. And as you can see, we've got yellow flags up ahead of us, so no overtaking. Of course, we've got a car in the wall there. Another car, another. We've got cars galore, left, right, and centre. And it's real carnage here on lap 1 of this season opener in Australia. Was you involved in that? Let me know what exactly happened. Let's get an off-board of the start of the race here. You can see the front row get away pretty well. It's towards the back of the grid. There's been a bit of a tardy start for a few of us. As you can see, the car just stuck on the grid at the back there. And as you can see, avoiding action there from us. Done really well not to make contact or anything there. And on we continue throughout the Grand Prix. So safety car is coming in. Not yet, sorry. We're going through the pit straight. We've got a few cars deciding to box. Obviously, they've started on the softest compound, so they're going to get rid of that tyre and join the back of the queue. So yes, now we're going to get ready to start racing once again on the end of lap 3, going into lap 4 here. Currently P8 just behind our friend Alfredo, who we always seem to find on the racetrack, and it's green flag racing once again. Not the best of restarts for us, but we're going to try and get back into the groove right now. Get down into turn 1, try and get a good break in here. See, Alfredo's a bit over the place. It's a bit skittish at the minute, the game. So we're just really struggling. Going down here, Alfredo takes a defensive tight line. It's a bit of a poor exit. You can see him just sliding around the track a bit there. Just a bit of lag in the game or something like that at this point in the race. But we're just going to stay with Alfredo. We're going to try and pressure him in the next couple of laps. We've got the pace in the car. We can feel it. And we're on the medium compounded tyre, so he should only come back towards us. And now we've got the car behind. He fancies a go into turn 1. He thinks better of it. And then he's going to get right up the inside for 2. And a great move there. Great move done, and that slips us back down into P9. We're not going to contest it too much. We don't want to take a front wing damage or spin or anything at this point in the race. It's lap 5 of 29. It's a marathon, guys. It's a marathon. We just have to stay in the game for the time being. So we're moving into lap 6 now, and we're catching up in front. You can see him trying to challenge Alfredo for the position P7 on track now. Not having much joy with Alfredo, so we're just going to hang tight and try and capitalise on any mistakes from this battle in front of us at this point. But we're getting pressured from ABR behind us as well, Lethal. We're going to have to be extra careful coming down the straight here. We're going to have to get all of our boost on and all of our batteries. Drain them right down. As you can see, he's already in the toe. He's going to have DRS as well. We've got DRS ourselves. That's going to stand us in good stead for the next couple of laps. That's why it's important we stay with these cars ahead. You can see we've got a bot car in front of us as well. We're going to go straight through him, and that's promoted us up into position 8. We're also going to challenge Alfredo. We're going to go to the outside. We're going to think better of it. Tuck in again, hold station, and we're going to try and make the move on this lap, I think. Getting pressured from behind. We really need to make this move count very, very quickly. So lap 7, as you can see, we've got a car up the inside of us. We're going to have to be extra careful with Lethal here. He's got pace in the car, we can feel it. And we don't want to go around the outside into that high-speed corner. It's only going to end one way in disaster. And as you can see, a bit of a poor exit there for them. We're going to get on the DRS. We're going to get all the boost up hot lap. And we're going to try and challenge. As you can see, Alfredo and him going side by side at this point. This is bringing us back into it. It's only slowing him down. Who's going to win? Alfredo loses out there at this point, and the teammates touch, and we're almost in the wall. Just managed to keep it out the wall, and as you can see, we've got Haas diving up there. He's just been punted by the Ferrari, and round, baby, right round he goes. and that's moved us, held us in P9. We can get an off-board here of this incident. You can see me and Alfredo just touching slightly there. Just managed to keep out of the water. Haas dives through, and the Ferrari goes super deep on the brake, just collects the Haas, spins it round, and we manage just to take a void in action and carry on. The Ferrari takes the position there. Ruthless racing at its finest. And moving on into lap 9 now. We're currently position 9. Alfredo's got a poor exit there. We're going to go around the outside. We've got DRS enabled as well, and that should be the position done pretty easily there. So yeah, that's moved us up into P8 on lap 9 of this race. On we march. Just coming into the final few corners here. Try to keep it clean. Get a good exit out this final corner. It's going to pay you back all the way down the straight here. And we've just managed to break him there. And we've got cars in the pits, so we're up to position 7 on lap. Going into lap 10 now, up to P7. So into lap 11, you can see we've got a car in the wall, got some damage, some debris. You can see the debris still flying across the track in front of us there. You can see the Renault parts, the yellow coloured livery there. And yeah, that's pushed us up into P6. What's this? We've got more cars in the box, thank you very much. And that's going to promote us up into P5 on lap 12 of this Grand Prix. So we're looking really good. The race is coming to us now. We started on the ideal tyre, the medium compounder tyre. That's now P4. P3, bring it up to P3 on lap 13 of this Grand Prix. And yeah, tyre strategy is paying dividends right at this moment in time. Qualifying on the soft tyres is always going to hurt you in a 50% race. And we've got a car at the inside here. He's going to go for it. He's got the overspeed there. And maybe a bit of a fresher tyre at this point in the race, not too sure, but we're not going to challenge too hard. It's only going to cost us time to the cars behind. So on lap 15, that's dropped us down to position 4, but we're quite happy with where we are and what we're doing at this moment in time. So we're just trying to manage our tyres. As you can see, they're dropping off quite dramatically, that rear left there especially. So we're wanting to box around lap 18 and then get on to potentially a soft compounder tyre to the end of the Grand Prix. Remember, we have to use 2 compounds. You don't really want to touch the hard tyre. It is terrible. So we're going to look to go onto the softs and try and really eke them out towards the end of the race. So we've got Baraps here challenging us. He's been challenging for the last few laps there, just sniffing around. And as you can see, we've got safety car deployed. That's an ideal time for us. We wanted to get on about lap 18, like I said, but lap 17, we're going to take that. We're going to save these tyres a bit as well, the new tyres under the safety car. So that's going to help us out dramatically. So in the box here, get a fresh set of them red stickies on, and back out we go. Where we're going to feed back out into the grid order, looks like P7. Yeah, we're going to hold on to P7 on the safety car now, so it's going to bunch everyone up. We're going to be on the quickest tyre towards the end of this race, so it's going to be an exciting end to this Grand Prix. So just catching the safety car. We've got a few other cars which later thought about boxing, so let's move this up into position 7 on lap 19. Lap 20, we're getting ready to go racing. We're about to start lap 21 of the Grand Prix. We're up to position 6. We've got the super sticky rubber. We've had a terrible restart here. The car's already dropped us in front of us. And yeah, we get under attack from behind as well. So going into turn 1, try and keep it smooth and steady. We've got great pace in the car now. We just really need to make it work at this point in the race. We've got 8 laps to go. What is it going to be? Currently P6 in this Grand Prix. Just trying to keep it to the flag, to be honest, really. Trying to get the car home. That's the main objective for us in any given race. So moving in further in the lap here. You can see we've got a nice run on position 5 ahead of us. We're going to get the DRS open. It's not enabled yet, so no, we're not going to get it open. We're going to put it into a hot lap though. We're going to start to pressure this guy ahead of us. Try and push him into a mistake, not literally push him off the track, but as you can see, we're setting purple, green sector times, PB, and we really want to make it count now. We're getting held up at this point. As you can see, cars ahead fighting. That is for the final podium position in this Grand Prix. Whoever's going to come out on top of this battle is going to get a podium. So let's go for it now. Time to shine down the main pit straight. We've got all the dials turned up. We're going to set a new personal best lap time. And we're really going to try and get this race to come towards us at this point. As you can see, we've got a 3-second time penalty, so this is not going to help us in the long scheme of things. So going in here, lap 22, you can see we've got 4 cars ahead of us, and it's anyone's battle, We've got a variety of tyres, of course, we're on the softest tyres, so we should really be challenging out the corners, getting better traction. And that's where we've got to really make it count on the exits now. We've been trying to save a bit of battery at the same time so we can really go on the offensive, but now we're going to have to go on the defensive. We've got a car around the outside, We're going to have to take the inside line here, give him a bit of space on the exit. He still touches us, and we're just going to have to forfeit that position there. So end of lap 22, we slip down to P7. That's us down into P7. We're going to go back on the attack. You're sure of that? We've got plenty of juice in the battery. We've got some fuel to burn. Let's go for it. Let's crank it up, and let's turn up the temperature in this race. So you can see fastest lap times being set now. On lap 24, we've got a battle going on ahead of us. We want a piece of the action. We want to get on in this. But then we're going to have to think twice about it. We don't want to end the race here. We've come so far, and we don't want to throw away these decent points at this point in the race. So we're going to let these two battle and try and take advantage whenever we can. Try and pounce and really turn the dial up to the max. So coming onto the start-finish line to start lap 25 of the Grand Prix. We've got DRS ahead of us. It's going to be hard to catch him. Go down into turn 1. He's going to challenge himself, and he's going to make that position stick. So you can see Renault slow over the corner. We've got another time penalty, and we've got damage as well. We've got damage. We've touched the back of the Renault, and we've got yellow right front wing. Yellow front wing. We're going to have to try and bring it home now. We're going to be a bit slower in terms of pace and confidence for towards the end of the Grand Prix. The tyres are starting to go off at this point as well. You can see we've got the front wing end flat there, just detaching itself from that small amount of contact. Lethal has left the session. We've got a car at the inside, and he's just going to punt us off the exit there onto the grass, and quite ruthless driving there from the McLaren. It's elbows out time this time of the race. This is where the points get held out, so this is where we're going to go. We're going to compromise his line into that corner. We're going to return the favour, and we're going to get into the slipstream here, going into the high-speed section. Are we going to think about sending it? It's very ballsy to send it right there, so we think better of it. We back out of it. Of course, we've got damage. We don't have the front end on the car. We're going to get a good exit out of here, though. We're going to crank it back up. We've got Alfredo. He wants a piece of the action. He wants to get past us. On lap 25 of this Grand Prix, we're having none of it. He's going to go to the inside. We hold the outside. Go side by side once again. This is not what you want to see your teammates doing. The team principal must be pulling his hair out right now, but we're going to have to let Alfredo go. Otherwise, it's going to be contact at one point or another. So going in to start lap 26, we slip down again. We're now into position 9. That's position 9. We're starting lap 26 of this Grand Prix. We've got pressure from behind as well. We're going to have to be extra careful the last few laps here. Guys are starting to slide a bit across the tracks. We're going to have to start to manage them. And we've got another warning for exceeding track limits. Very easy around Australia because the ideal line is very close to the limit in terms of track limits. So we're going to try and catch up, stay with the back of Alfredo, and hopefully stay with that DRS. Otherwise, we're going to be a sitting duck when it comes to the straights. And as you can see, he's going to challenge to the outside or inside. He's going to go very late to the inside, and he just nudged us there. And I think he might have spun, actually. We thought we'd shown him space to the outside. He decided to take the inside where there wasn't space, and unlucky there, son, unlucky. So we're into lap 27. The car again behind as pulled just once more. So we're going to hold the inside line once again, show him to the outside. He takes it this time, and as you can see, slight contact. He got a bit of a tail happy moment, and we've lost the other side of our front wing end plate now. So we've got a full yellow front wing. We've only a couple of laps to go, so just really slipping through our fingers at the moment this race, and we're going to have to try and claw our way back into it. So we don't have the pace to do so. As you can see, here's the contact, here's the damage, and but of course we managed to carry on, so it's not the end of the world. And coming into start the final lap here, we've got a yellow flag going into turn 1, and it's our teammate Disaster on the last lap of the Grand Prix. He's had contact and incident. What happened, Alfredo? Let me know in the comments below. So yeah, just trying to bring it home on this final lap. Both of the team suffering damage by the look of it, and yeah, got a yellow flag once again up ahead. That's another position. That's up into P7. Oh yes, we're going to take that. Thank you very much. And yeah, let's try and bring it home now. Final few corners. Pretty eventful race, I'd have to say. Good strategy from us. The damage really cost us towards the end of the Grand Prix, but we're going to bring it home. We're pretty happy with P7 for the team. That's P7. Congratulations to our winner and the rest of the podium as well. A thoroughly good race. A lot of people's races were ended on the first lap though. There was pure carnage. We have to look at that and look at the incidents in throughout this race, and I look forward to the next one. Let me know what you think on the video. Give me some comments below. Tell me what you'd like to see next, and we'll join you again for some more We're Racing. Take care for now, and bye bye.